Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright, Justice for All, here on KwingsLetsPlays. Special thanks to our friends over at Capcom for providing a copy of this game and sponsoring this series. Enough chatter from us, it's time to dive back into the courtroom and prove Maggie innocent!
Yeah!
I know I'm right! He is the real murderer!
Did you figure it out, Nick?
More or less. Turns out this cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyway, now is our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot.
Yeah! This is so exciting! Watching you work again!
Somehow, my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Order! Order! Your Honor! Dang it.
Your Honor, the defense, meow, is making a mockery of this court, as is that blasted furball. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accuses the witness of being the murderer?
Yeah, that's not right. I'm no criminal. This third-rate fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you are not the murderer. Why? That's easy. For example, there's the name of the victim wrote about that. You mean the name Maggie? Yeah, even an idiot like you can read that, right? But we already know this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie with an EY, and the victim was left-handed. In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground.
Yep.
But, would that mean that the real criminal was someone that the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else would the person Maggie named Maggie? That is a good point. The witness didn't even know of the Maggie before this trial. I forgot. Was there any way this creep would have known Maggie's name beforehand? There was a way.
Yeah, there had to be.
It would be best if I could prove that the witness had a chance to learn that the defendant's name was Maggie. Now will the defense please present its case? How could the witness have known the defendant's name?
Well, he may have overheard her phone call, or if that was his phone, then he would have heard her say her name on the phone call.
Maggie found the phone in the park. She got in contact with its owner, but they never showed. I mean...
She said her name was Maggie when she was talking to the guy that lost his phone.
All right, let's try the phone.
Okay.
Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? Huh, so what if I didn't? Then you realized you had lost it. What did you do? What'd I do? Didn't you try to find it by calling it? How did you?
Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with...
Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there is some relation between the witness's cell phone and the murder? I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie picked up a lost phone in the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of said phone. You having fun with Shadow?
Yep. Shadow's hanging out with me. Hello?
Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone.
Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back.
I'll be right there. I'm sorry. I didn't catch your name.
Oh, you can call me Maggie.
She's wearing a Blue Badger shirt.
Oh.
That was when you learned that her name was Maggie.
That's right. Why would he ask for her name? It had to be him.
Well, you made one fatal mistake. Fatal mistake? My client's name is Maggie with an EY, but the name that was written on the ground was Maggie with an IE. This is a mistake that could only occur if you knew how her name sounded. Ah! I think that's what it's supposed to say. One of the other.
I think that's right.
Order!
But Your Honor, the witness has no motive.
And your point is?
It's very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without a reason. Well, Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone. I think.
That is absolutely correct. I don't have a motive. Mr. Wright, Yes, Your Honor. Can you explain what motive the witness could have had? It's very simple, Your Honor.
Are you sure, Nick?
If I said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right?
Yeah, but...
Now then, please present to the court proof that the witness had motive.
Okay. Well, there must have been something on his phone he didn't want people to see, or...
Oh, the names list. Why did I think of that?
Yeah.
Mr. Wellington's motive is right here. What is this? A list? These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found. Now we have determined what the people on the list are members of a certain group. You looked up all those numbers? Of course. This list of the phone numbers were stored in the cell phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to people who are members of a certain con artist group.
What? Con artists?
You can explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington? This is an outrage, an invasion of privacy. Looking up phone numbers on a person's phone is worse than a crime. You're one of those people. You're a jerk like those cops. Disrupted a genius at work.
Wow.
I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want is for you to tell us what the list is all about. You think any of you know what
Oh my god.
Your Honor, my client is not shutting up. This is unjustified battering of my witness.
Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have numbers of a group of con artists on his phone? Isn't that obvious? The witness is a member of that group.
Yeah, that's right. I think so.
Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group. Ah! All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone to look into these phone numbers, it would be all over for you.
Whoa.
That is why you had to kill the officer. No, this is too much.
Whoa, good job, Nick.
Oof. That does make quite a bit of sense, actually. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain? I got you now. That police officer.
Your Honor.
What is it, Mr. Payne?
Your Honor, this is unjustified battering of my witness.
I don't think so. You said the same exact thing only a few seconds ago.
Please, let's think about the content of that phone call.
Okay. Hello?
Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone.
Is this yours? Oh, I'm so glad that you called. We can meet up and I can give it back.
The defendant had already promised that she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet her and get his phone back. Why then would he need to kill anyone?
That is a very valid point. What does the defense think about this?
Maybe...
If you think about it, logically, then it makes sense.
Then maybe we should be thinking outside the box.
Yeah, if we think like that, let's see. Maybe that slime ball saw something at the crime scene that made him commit murder. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? Give me a second, Your Honor. I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner.
But he was promised his phone, so why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant?
I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there.
He actually...
Well then, Mr. Wright, what was this something that didn't agree with the witness?
Well, he was actually not unfriendly to the defendant. He was unfriendly to Dustin for Prince.
Yeah, Dustin for Prince had a really bad day.
Okay, well, the first thing I can think of is he thought maybe maybe he thought someone would find out. He didn't want anyone to know. Like, he would be worried about what was on his phone, obviously. Like,
so you're thinking because a police officer was around.
Yeah, wait, was he wearing his police officer uniform, or?
I don't know, but let's put Dustin there.
All right, let's
Whoops.
put Dustin for Prince up there.
What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim.
The victim? You mean Dustin for Prince?
Dustin Prince had gone with his date right after his shift was over. With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his policeman's uniform.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Oh, it looked like he was in trouble, I think.
The girl that picked up my phone is with a policeman? He couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. If I do anything suspicious, he might run and check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible they had already run a check on the phone. And he went into a panic, is what you're saying.
He freaked out.
Exactly. Dustin for Prince was at the wrong place at the wrong time. The officer was murdered simply because he was in uniform.
Oh my gosh, that's so terrible.
Poor Dustin. Mr. Payne, what are your comments?
I'm thinking.
It seems that you're thinking too slowly and the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are... Ah, impressive. Not bad for a person with a third-rate education. What a lovely singing voice you have. What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah.
The evidence? Evidence?
This guy is really creeping me out.
Oh, you've been waving around, talking about what is suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone number, suspicious con group. All on that phone. But who says that phone is really mine? Where's your proof? Your evidence. You want proof that this is your phone? I already told you earlier. I have already found it. You don't have any of the slightest idea whose phone in your hand belongs to. But you can be sure it isn't mine, you simpleton. Nani? So you're saying that I have your phone? Or you...
Something like that.
Feels good to see. He just said something weird in his testimony. We do seem to have a problem on our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing that, it's meaningless as evidence. Your Honor, this is bad. I can't let him turn the tables on me like this. This cell phone. There has to be something I've overlooked. There's gotta be. Maybe the phone stored numbers.
Yeah.
This phone has the names and numbers of those in the con group in its memory. I can show them to you, Your Honor. Yeah. I don't believe this. What are you talking about? His personality changed.
Yeah.
What are you trying to determine is who that phone belongs to.
Yeah, he's acting
Who
like...
cares about that phone numbers? What are stored on it anyway? Besides, who knows? Maybe you went and added some of those numbers in yourself. The witness is quite right. I'm afraid I have to reject the defense's proposal.
What?
Ugh, that jerk is back to his arrogant, annoying self again.
I know.
The cell phone. There has to be something I've overlooked. There's gotta be. Maybe.
So he thinks that he has his phone. So whose phone does he really have? If he stole one of your phones at the beginning, he must have your phone then.
I've got it. We should check for fingerprints.
I don't know.
Fingerprints? Yes. Mr. Wellington must have left some prints on this phone.
Nick, don't you remember? When you got that from Maggie, you wiped it off.
I what?
You said there was sand all over it, so...
Wiped it? I wiped it?
Pretty thoroughly, too. Oh my gosh. Oh, great going, Nick.
Oh, it's so much fun watching third-rate trash babble like morons amongst themselves. Oh, he's made a complete recovery. How many times do I have to say this? My phone is right here, see? Oh, and incidentally, you can't check the numbers stored on this phone. Why?
Why?
It must have glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared.
What?
Gotta be joking! He erased all the numbers? I was gonna use as evidence! Mr. Wellington. What's this? By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you. Where did you finally find your cell phone? Laugh, 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 laugh.
What?
Oh, you are so much. Of course, you have no idea what I'm talking about.
Wait, what?
Dot, dot, dot. Oh my, I remember! That cursed phone. Beep. It looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it.
Whoa, that would really hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Ouch.
So that's when. What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes?
Nick! We worked so hard to get this far, but if you don't do something quick, he's gonna get off scot-free!
I know. I know this phone has to be his. But how am I supposed to prove something like that?
Call it.
Mr. Wright,
I don't know.
if you can't prove who the owner of the cell phone is, your indictment has no basis and therefore no power. It looks like you came up a penny short.
Where? Where did I go wrong? I don't know if there's an option to call the phone.
Prove what phone he has.
Don't blame yourself. You're merely a third-rate lawyer. Huh. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet. Who am I?
The court hereby concludes a cross-examination.
That will be all. I'll have a bid you gentlemen and ladies goodbye. I have a reservation at an ultra-fancy restaurant on the upper side of town.
Thank you for your assistance. You've had a stressful day. Bon appetit.
What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just let it go?
No!
Raise an objection.
Yeah, we have to help Maggie, Luke.
Please wait, Your Honor.
All right, Nick!
I think I may be able to prove it.
Prove it? Prove what, Mr. Wright?
Everything.
Whoa.
Your Honor, the cross-examination has already ended. Besides, the defense is just gonna badger my witness. You will not harass the witness, is that clear, Mr. Wright?
Whatever. Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney. Please, Your Honor.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Very well, but this is your very last chance, Mr. Wright. All right. You may present one piece of evidence to the court.
What? One piece of evidence?
I only get one shot at this?
Oh my gosh.
If you cannot prove everything, then you are at a loss.
What? Wait, we only get one chance and we have to start the whole trial over
It's
again?
over for you, and it's over for your client, and everything else.
And for everyone.
Do you...
Do you fully understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm sure you're well aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination has ended.
I feel like these rules are being made on the fly.
Were you paying attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Mr. Wright could present only one piece of evidence. Ow.
Oh my gosh.
Now then, Mr. Wright, this is your last chance.
It all comes down to this.
We've already presented pretty
It's
much everything.
Go time!
Please present the one piece of evidence that will explain everything.
We've already presented the glasses, the phone. We presented Dustin for Prince. We presented the autopsy. We presented the list of names. Well, if he took your phone, then he has your phone.
Okay, we'll present my business
I don't
card.
know.
Why not?
Why, thank you. How nice. Here, please have one of mine.
Oh, you
Judge, business card added to the court record.
wait, you guys just exchanged business cards.
Wait, what am I doing? This isn't the time to be exchanging business cards.
Your Honor, there is something very important about that card that is on the back of said card.
Yeah.
This card is important because of what is on the back.
Your cell phone number's on the back,
But that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone, Your Honor?
huh? Oh, should I do it right now, Nick? but court is still in session and...
It's okay, you'll see.
Oh, okay. If you say so.
Is the defense preparing something, Mr. Wright? We're gonna call my cell phone right now. And then the court will see everything for what it is. Oh, of all the idiotic, stupid things to... Ah!
Wait, what ringtone is that?
Why is my phone... What's with this stupid sounding ringtone? Beep.
Still Samurai!
Well, Mr. Wellington. How strange. I could almost swear that you're holding my phone. You're? Ah! No. By the way, before I forget, thank you so much for the lump on my head this morning. I don't think I need to explain any further except to say... When you went to retrieve your phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one.
Oh my gosh! Does that prove that he was trying to get his phone back? Oh my gosh.
I think he just killed himself.
I have no idea what he just did.
Ouch!
I feel like he's okay.
So, that is what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington. He's a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone. And in order to hide his involvement with the con artist group, he has become paranoid and has lost all ability to make rational judgments.
Whoa.
Then, Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding?
It's Wellington's, naturally.
He is the creepy cell phone.
Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne?
He was arrested and taken away, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Maggie, not guilty.
Yay!
Good job, Mags.
Woohoo!
That is all. This court is adjourned. Very entertaining. Everyone break for dinner.
Delicious.
September 8th, 216, District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Oh, she's happy.
I knew that the real you would shine through eventually! I'm so moved by what you've done for me, sir!
Phoenix always gets the ladies.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wright! I feel really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. It's probably because of me. My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Your whole life? It can't be that bad, can it? Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building, I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all kinds of foods, failed at almost every test ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and never won or even tied at a game of tic-tac-toe. My life has been really nothing but a string of disasters.
That is, pretty bad.
Up until I went to college, I was known as the goddess of misfortune. And then at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless. Lady Luckless? What's worse is that my misfortune always seems to latch onto those around me. What do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help.
Ah, that's right. You were talking about this earlier.
It happened again recently, too, sir. There was an old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk. I gave her my hand and... before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house somehow. Oh... I'm sure that Dustin's gone because of me. That's not true. That glove didn't even have any sort of special meaning. It was just a present to say thanks for covering one of my night shifts. Oh, I see. Everything is all my fault! Dustin's death! Your head being all messed up, sir!
Don't think my head is that messed up yet.
It's really messed up, sir! I'm gonna find a new life for myself, starting now! The next time we meet, I'm sure I'll have found a whole ocean's worth of good luck by then, sir!
Yeah, after all, the goddess of misfortune is only a name.
You bet! I'm gonna make it, I promise! Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess of unluckiness.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
Yeah! Well, Mr. Wright, Maya, I should get going. Okay, Good luck to you. Thanks. You take care of yourselves, too.
Ah, what a horrible day. I've gotten my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy.
But you're okay, and that's what counts. You really had me worried there. Come on, let's get back to the office.
I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So this might sound bad, but who are you?
What? I thought you said you got your memory back, Nick.
Oops. At that moment, everything really did come back to me. Detective Gumshoe, he's someone I've had clashes with in the past or in certain cases, but he's been a really good ally during others. The judge, he's a lovable kind old man who's easily swayed by other people's opinions, but in the end, he always comes up with the right verdict.
And he likes golfing.
This person, I haven't got a clue. He seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaken me for someone else.
It's like we purposely forgot that guy.
And this girl, Maya.
You finally remembered!
This is Maya Fey, my assistant. That's right, I have so many unforgettable memories about her. For example...
Earth to Nick, what's wrong? You keep staring at me. Don't tell me you've missed me.
Oh, well, yeah, I suppose I have. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages.
Oh? Well, I'm back now, so it's time for us to create new memories together.
All right, sounds good. All the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington.
Oh my god.
I guess I have to start over from the very beginning.
Wow. Come on, Nick. Let's go to our usual burger joint.
Okay. Actually, it hasn't even been that long since she came back into my life.
She's
Flashback.
Yeah.
And that story began on a rainy afternoon 2 months ago. That's right, this game's a flashback. Episode 1, The Lost Turnabout, is complete!
Yay!
Woo!
And Maya's back. I'm so excited.
Brand new episode has been added to the court record.
Yay!
Reunion and Turnabout. But anyway, guys and gals, that is going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and join us again at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for more Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Justice for all. Bye-bye.
See ya!